Check this out. Ah yes, candy corn. One of the worst things you could possibly get in your trick-or-treat bag this year. Not only will this rot your teeth, it'll taste bad the entire time as well. It's unbelievable to think these have been around since the 1880s. Not these 80s, 140 years ago, these have been on the market, ruining Halloweens across the globe. Now I promise, the Absolute Garbage series is not strictly about candy, but oh my god, there is so much bad candy out there, I just can't help myself. So today we get to look at the absolute disgrace that is candy corn. Now, like I said, this stuff has existed for over 100 years, and apparently this has sold about 35 million pounds worth of this candy. That's roughly half as much as your mother weighs, and about a quarter of the sugar content. Never once in my life have I been excited to see candy corn. You may be fooled and think, oh yeah, deers all love corn. Well, this deer doesn't like this corn. Now you could just chalk this up to me being not a sweets guy, or generally unaccepting of eating wax, but I feel like we as a society have finally moved on from this kind of candy. The kind that only belongs in a prison camp, really. If you tell me you like this candy, I am putting you in a cage. I actually officially bought a bag of candy corn just for this review, just so I could say with full fervor that this candy is fucking horrible. And you know what? After trying it, I can see what people are talking about. I can taste the different notes that are all present there. I can taste the butter, I can taste the honey, and I can taste the vanilla. And at some point, this just doesn't work. This doesn't work for a lot of people, and I suppose I'm just one of them. Part of the problem with this fucking candy is that it's so boring. And that doesn't just extend to the candy itself. That extends to the actual history behind this candy. You heard me right. The history behind this candy is boring. When this candy was originally invented, it was called chicken feed. And let's be honest, that's probably where it belongs. In a filthy chicken coop for some dirty ass chickens. You see, in the 1880s, this was good by their standards. You know the other thing that was good back then? Not dying by 35. Remember, people, these are the standards we're going off of. Somehow I'm convinced that these candies only stick around just because they represent the fall season. They've engraved themselves so deeply that even I, a person who does not like sweets or candy corn, has bought some as well, contributing to the problem. Now let's take a quick brief aside to talk about what these are actually made out of. According to Wikipedia, candy corn is made with sugar, corn syrup, salt, sesame oil, honey, artificial flavor, food colorings, gelatin, and confectioner's glaze. Now, let's take a look at that confectioner's glaze. Kind of an odd ingredient to be adding to candy, wouldn't you say? Apparently, confectioner's glaze is made from lac resin, a bug secretion. Pause for all the vomiting in the audience. Now, I looked up the lac bug, and it's even more horrifying than expected. To all the people squeamish in the audience, you can look away right now. But look at this fucking horrifying thing. It looks like a fucking cockroach from hell. And people eat stuff that it quote-unquote excretes? Vile. Absolutely vile. Now, I'm no food expert, but me personally, I'll stick to not having bug excretions in my food. Apparently most of this is strictly down to get the right color for it. Seems to me like something in a Scorn or like the SCP games. Definitely not just a natural thing we should accept. But hey, I guess I'm just one deer on the internet screaming endlessly into the void. But for fuck's sake, people, bugs! Bugs in your food! Remember, if you eat candy corn, you're eating bugs. And of course, horrible cockroach things too. What I was about to say is that it could have been something better, but honestly, no, it couldn't have been. Now we're gonna get 10 million people down in the comments all telling me about, oh, how there's wasps in the figs. Yeah, I don't care about wasps. I don't care. They're still not as gross as fucking cockroach creatures. And with all that being said, eat dirt. And I guess eat fucking bugs too.
Oh my god, this chocolate. This chocolate is so fucking good. There's bugs in the candy! There's bugs in the candy!